All right, everybody, welcome to Enter the Abyss. I'm Britton.
And I'm Cleet.
And this is our cameraman, Bo. He's following us to document all the spooky shit that we're going to be doing here.
Yeah, I think history's being made today.
History is being made. And it's because of you that we're here, so thank you for the 500 subs on YouTube.
So if you're watching us tonight, not just listening, please pour yourself a nice little drink, pause it right here, because we're going to shoot some shots. And yeah, let's do this.
Progressively get more and more drunk as time goes on to the motel.
To the Clown Motel.
Thanks for entering the Abyss.
Woo!
In the heart of the Nevada desert, where the ghost town of Tonopah clings to remnants of its silver mining past, lies a place shrouded in mystery and fear, the Clown Motel. Perched at the edge of town, this peculiar roadside attraction may seem like a curious tribute to clown memorabilia, but its proximity to one of the region's most eerie landmarks, the Tonopah Cemetery, tells a far darker tale. Once a bustling mining town during the early 1900s, Tonopah's fortunes faded as quickly as they rose. Tragedy struck its miners with horrifying regularity, from deadly fires to devastating diseases, leaving hundreds of lives cut short. Many of these unfortunate souls found their final resting place in the cemetery next to the Clown Motel, their graves weathered by time and desert winds. But some say these miners and others never truly left. The motel, surrounded by stark desert and steeped in Tonopah's haunting history, is a magnet for the paranormal. Guests report unsettling encounters, shadowy figures that drift between gravestones, spectral whispers in the night, and the unnerving sense of being watched by hundreds of clown figures that populate the motel. Is it the spirits of the miners reaching out, or something even more sinister? Join us as we unravel the chilling connections between Tonopah's mining history, the mysterious cemetery, and the infamous Clown Motel. This is a story of hardship, tragedy, and the restless echoes of a bygone era. Welcome to a place where the past refuses to stay buried. Deep in desolation of Nevada's I-93 highway stands a forgotten relic of roadside America, a nameless motel that once offered weary travelers a brief escape from the relentless desert. It was a place of respite, a beacon of vast emptiness, but now, the only occupants are the echoes of its past and the whispers of the silence that feels too alive. Locals speak of the motel as if it's more myth than memory. Built in the 1950s during Nevada's post-war boom, it served miners, truckers, and families venturing through the state's rugged terrain. Businesses thrived until the 1970s when the closure of the nearby mining operations turned prosperity into decay. One by one, the lights of the rooms flickered out, and by the early 1980s, the last guests had checked out, leaving behind a building that seemed to mourn its own abandonment.
Like the floors here.
Here? Oh, yeah. Alright, there's no.
Got ourselves a swimmer. How dare we? We have another pit. Oh yeah, this looks like either sewage. I think it's a sewage pipe. This is the building next to this old motel.
Time is not good to this point. This is like a bunk bed.
Check this place out.
Here's a jug of liquid if you want to drink. What the hell?
This place should smell a lot worse than it does, surprisingly. Just because it's got a lot of airflow.
Watch out the glass right there. Hey! Wow. Welcome to the Clown Motel.
First room in the hotel.
An old TV.
That's crazy, man. We're here in Tonopah, Nevada, in the Clown Motel, and on the way here, as you can look at our bumper, we struck and killed an innocent bird.
We didn't just hit a bird, we beat the bejesus
We
out
massacred
of it. Its
it.
life is
you
gone.
can see blood here, here, up the hood, it continues. Massacred a bird, and this was not 10 minutes outside of the hotel. So if that's not an omen, I have no idea what is. But if you look behind you, this is the beautiful Clown Motel and the clouds surrounding it. On the windiest day we could have possibly gotten here.
The gift store at the Clown Motel is more than just a place to grab a keepsake. It's an extension of the motel's eerie and unforgettable atmosphere. Sitting just off the lobby, the store offers a mix of quirky, clown-themed memorabilia and items that pay homage to Tonopah's haunted past. Over the years, it has become a must-visit for travelers passing through the Nevada desert, blending humor, kitsch, and a touch of the supernatural. A clown lover's marketplace. When the Clown Motel opened in 1985, the founders, Leona and Leroy David, wanted to include a small shop where guests could purchase souvenirs to remember their stay. What began as a modest selection of clown figurines and Tonopah trinkets quickly grew in scope as the motel's reputation expanded. The store soon became a hub for collectors, with clown-themed items sourced from across the country. Over time, the gift store's inventory ballooned, reflecting the eccentric charm of the motel. Shelves are lined with colorful clown dolls, figurines, and magnets, while racks feature t-shirts emblazoned with slogans like, "I survived the Clown Motel." There's no shortage of playful, whimsical items, but beneath the surface, the store's offerings take on a darker edge. In keeping with the Clown Motel's eerie vibe, the gift store also stocks items with a macabre twist. Postcards featuring the nearby Tonopah Cemetery, books on Nevada ghost stories, and even custom-designed Ouija boards. These items serve as a nod to the motel's haunted reputation and the legends surrounding its proximity to the historic cemetery. The gift store itself hasn't been spared from the supernatural stories that swirl around the Clown Motel. Staff have reported objects mysteriously falling off shelves or shifting positions overnight. Guests browsing the store have occasionally mentioned an odd sensation, like they're being watched. Some claim to have heard faint laughter coming from the direction of the lobby, even when it was empty. The clown figurines for sale, in particular, seem to carry an unsettling energy. Several visitors have shared tales of purchasing a clown figure only to feel compelled to return it after experiencing unexplained disturbances at home. While these stories remain unverified, they add to the overall store's reputation as a place where whimsy meets the uncanny. Today, the Clown Motel gift store is as much an attraction as the motel itself. Travelers, paranormal enthusiasts, and even collectors of unusual memorabilia stop in to browse its unique inventory. For some, it's a lighthearted experience, a chance to snag a quirky souvenir. For others, the shop feels like an extension of the motel's ghostly aura, a place where the past and present mingle in unsettling ways. The store offers several one-of-a-kind items that reflect both the Clown Motel's character and its connection to Tonopah's mining history. Ranging from charming to unsettling, these are the store's best sellers. Tonopah cemetery memorabilia including postcards, keychains, and miniature gravestones. For those looking for paranormal, they've got books on ghost hunting, dowsing rods, and spirit boards. They've even got custom apparel like t-shirts and hats emblazoned with clown graphics and the motel's name. Under new ownership since 2017, the gift store has embraced the motel's status as a destination for the weird and the wonderful. It has expanded its inventory to include handmade items from local artists and rare collectibles for serious clown enthusiasts. The shop continues to evolve, but its core purpose remains the same: to leave visitors with a piece of the Clown Motel to take home, whether they want to or not. At the Clown Motel gift store, every souvenir carries a story, and perhaps just a little piece of the unknown.
Yep.
Person in the window.
Well, folks, Britton and Cleet with Enter the Abyss here at the Clown Motel, going into the Fear Unlimited room, 108, 7107. Oh, Lord.
Oh.
This is Cleet's room.
Little rave room of horror.
Look at that thing up there. The lampshade.
Definitely got it.
Some great art on these walls for sure.
Dude, get a fucking fridge.
Get a fucking
I'm
fridge.
scared.
Oh, look. Get the dude on Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. We get lights in here. No lights. Here's your light right here.
It would be crazy as all the paint glows in the dark.
Yeah, it would. Oh, that doesn't work.
Modern amenities.
Tub's running.
It's for creepiness. It's not because it's shitty. My lamp doesn't turn on.
They're filling up a tub for you, buddy.
You're not kidding. What the fuck? Wow.
Well, this is
Quality. What
Got a hot bath.
It's a hotel. Yeah.
This is where it's at.
Got the bath
Right, so
running.
this is Fear Unlimited. We're probably going to be doing some Ouija board sessions.
Not
Spirit
probably.
boxes.
We will be doing.
Well, I think we're going to debate on the room.
We'll do
itself.
both, and we'll find out the most haunted room because they claim to have these two rooms to be the most haunted. Okay.
Pennywise. Recording right on.
Yep.
There.
Okay. Now we're going into the Pennywise room.
Welcome to our crib.
Welcome to my crib. Oh, damn! You got a big skull.
Oh, dude, this looks cool.
But come on into my humble abode, please. Make yourself right at home. We got the hardwood.
We got everyone's favorite clown.
Look at this motherfucker.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh.
Does it light up?
I'm sleeping next to that tonight. Look at my fridge.
Why do you get a working bathtub?
Because fuck you, that's why. All right.
A big old
So-
vanity.
Got an American bed. 50
Interesting.
stars.
And not to worry because they say they do monthly bug sprays. So we should be pretty good. Wow, that's cool. Speckled ceiling. Wow, all right. So we'll definitely be doing some Ouija board stuff. We've got the ghost rods. We've got the spirit box that will be busting out soon.
I love that picture.
Well, we're here, folks. Thanks for the 500 subs to get us here. 100%.
The Clown Motel's reputations as one of the most haunted motels in America is supported by countless eerie encounters shared by guests, staff, and paranormal investigators. Here are some chilling examples of the hauntings that may have been reported within its walls. Shadowy figures in the hallways. Guests frequently report seeing shadowy, human-like figures moving down the dimly lit hallways, only to disappear when approached. These apparitions often appear late at night, accompanied by an oppressive chill. Some claim the figures resemble miners dressed in dusty clothing, possibly tied to the neighboring Tonopah cemetery, where many miners are buried. Room 108 is infamous for its heightened paranormal activity. Visitors have described waking up to the feeling of someone standing at the foot of their bed, only to find the room empty. Others report objects moving on their own, such as a chair being dragged across the floor or a closet door creaking open slowly. One guest claimed they woke up to the sound of faint laughter, as if a child were giggling just outside the room. Disembodied voices. The sound of voices murmuring or whispering is a common experience, especially near the lobby or adjacent to the Tonopah cemetery. Sudden, unexplainable cold spots. Guests often report sudden drops in temperature even during the sweltering Nevada summer. These cold spots are frequently felt in the hallways near the cemetery facing the windows. And in certain rooms, including 108, some describe the sensation as a bone-chilling presence that makes it impossible to stay comfortable, no matter how many blankets they use. Nightmares and sleep paralysis. Many visitors recount experiencing vivid nightmares during their stay. Themes often include clowns coming to life, shadowy figures standing over the bed, or being trapped in the motel with no escape. Some also experience sleep paralysis, waking up unable to move as if they feel a presence in the room. Personal belongings moved. Guests have reported their personal belongings being inexplicably moved or tampered with. A visitor once claimed that their suitcase, which had left zipped shut, was found open with clothes strewn across the floor. Another mentioned waking up to find their shoes neatly placed at the foot of the bed, despite leaving them by the door. Uneasy feelings. Even those who don't witness overt paranormal activity report an overwhelming sense of unease while staying at the Clown Motel. Many guests describe the feeling of being watched, especially when alone. Others mention that the pervasive atmosphere of dread only lifts once they leave the property. Whether it's the proximity to the cemetery, the haunting energy of the clown collection, or the tragic history of Tonopah itself, the Clown Motel seems to be a crossroads for the inexplicable. For those brave enough to stay, the stories of hauntings are as much a part of the experience as the clowns themselves.
One. All right, everyone, here we are at Tonopah Cemetery. We apologize if there's wind going on. It's been a kind of a crazy day, and fuck it, we're gonna do it live. So, this cemetery started
Opened in 1901.
Opened in 1901. Was open for only about 10 years. If you look behind us here, we have 300 gravestones about, most of which were put in here because of a plague that went through the town, as well as a mine fire that took out several of the townsfolk.
Tonopah is a very notorious mining town, or was back in the day.
Yeah.
There's also a sheriff who was shot at a brothel for trying to save a bunch of the brothel workers, which is really interesting. So we'll see if we can find his gravestone.
Yep, let's take a look. These gravestones are crazy how they're just on wood.
Yeah, you can look at the gravestones. They're made out of wood.
Sitting directly adjacent to the Clown Motel, the Tonopah Cemetery is a stark and haunting relic of Nevada's rugged history. Established in 1901, this small cemetery is the resting place for many of Tonopah's earliest residents. Miners, laborers, and families whose lives were intertwined with the unforgiving desert. Withered gravestones and makeshift crosses tilt under the weight of time, but the stories buried here refuse to fade, their echoes seemingly carried by the desert winds. The Tonopah Cemetery came into existence during a time of prosperity, tragedy, and rapid growth. The discovery of silver in the late 19th century transformed Tonopah from a desolate stretch of desert into a bustling mining hub almost overnight. While the promise of wealth brought opportunity, it also brought peril. Mining accidents were a grim reality of daily life. The Belmont Fire of 1911, one of the deadliest events in the town's history, claimed the lives of 17 miners, many of whom were interred into this very cemetery. In addition to the dangers of mining, the harsh desert environment and lack of modern medical care led to widespread disease. Pneumonia and other respiratory illnesses ravaged the population, compounded by the Tonopah Plague, a mysterious epidemic that claimed dozens of lives. These grim circumstances filled the cemetery quickly, and by 1911, it had reached capacity. The town established a new cemetery further away, but the original site, now silent and still, remains a stark reminder of Tonopah's difficult early years. Walking among the graves, the stories of the miners come alive. Many tombstones bear simple, weathered inscriptions, some barely legible, that recount the age, occupation, and sometimes the tragic cause of death. The grave of one miner, who perished in the Belmont Fire, reads simply, "Gone too soon." Another, marked only by initials, is rumored to belong to a miner who succumbed to gas exposure deep underground, his body retrieved after a perilous rescue effort. Legends abound of restless spirits tied to the Tonopah Cemetery. The souls of miners, in particular, are said to linger, perhaps drawn back by the violent and untimely nature of their deaths. Visitors frequently report feeling an inexplicable heaviness as they walk the grounds, a sensation of unseen eyes watching them from just beyond the graves. Ghostly pneumonia are not uncommon. Shadow figures have also been seen moving among the headstones, only to vanish into thin air. Faint, echoing voices, some murmuring, others crying out, have been heard late at night. The cemetery's proximity to the Clown Motel has only intensified its reputation as a hotspot for paranormal activity, with many believing that the motel staff has absorbed the residual energy of the spirits buried next door. Several graves in the cemetery stand out, their stories passed down through generations. The Belmont victims. The group of miners who perished in the Belmont mine fire are said to be among the most active spirits in the cemetery. Paranormal investigators claim that their voices, low, raspy, and fragmented, can sometimes be captured on recording devices near graves. The Lone Drifter. One unmarked grave belongs to a traveler laborer who died of exposure during a brutal winter. Visitors to this grave have reported hearing faint footsteps behind them, only to turn and find no one there. Johnny the Young Miner, a teenager who worked in the mines to support his family. Johnny's grave is marked by a small hand-carved stone. Legend has it that he was killed in a shaft collapse, and his spirit is said to be one of the most active, particularly near the fence line separating the cemetery from the Clown Motel. During the day, the cemetery is a sobering testament to Tonopah's history, but at night, it transforms into something more sinister. The dry desert air amplifies even the faintest sound, and visitors often claim to hear whispers carried on the wind, or the faint change of a miner's pickaxe echoing in the distance. Some describe seeing lights, like lanterns moving among the graves, despite there being no one there. The boundary between the cemetery and the Clown Motel is almost non-existent. Guests at the motel have reported seeing shadowy figures move past their windows at night, or hearing unexplained knocking on the doors. Some believe the energy of the cemetery is directly responsible for the paranormal activity reported throughout the hotel. What makes the Tonopah Cemetery so haunting is not just its appearance, but the weight of its history. It is a place of finality, yet it feels unfinished, like the stories it holds are still being written. The stark juxtaposition of the somber cemetery and the kitschy, colorful Clown Motel next door only heightens the surreal and uneasy atmosphere. Here in Tonopah, the line between the living and the dead is as thin as the desert air. The Tonopah Cemetery holds stories of tragedy and resilience, but it also holds secrets waiting for those brave enough to uncover them.
That's your really big shot right, Joe. Pretty good, Joe. That's a good Joe. All right, who's next? Come on, Joe.
Joe, did you go?
No.
It ain't me, not Joe.
So who's again?
Like the song. Is he saying a shotgun?
Yeah, that's what he's saying, baby shotguns.
Yeah.
What's the tunnel anyway? How long was the tunnel? How hard to go? It's a mile, so. I wouldn't have been nuts to the Joel film with the wind was great. So was there, so it's just the process. Is there any listed hot spots in town? Like, you know, the Clown Motel was like, first good time. That's where the good stuff, I just, okay.
Hey everybody, we are at Tonopah Liquor Company,
Which was an old brothel.
Really just taking it in, aren't you? Anyways,
We've had a couple drinks.
the sheriff that was killed in the cemetery actually died here.
Right here. And if you look up, there's some bolt holes in the foundation.
Goddamn bullet holes, where he was fighting off bank robbers, right? And this is where he died, and we're going to do a tour in the basement in just a minute, and you guys are coming with us.
And so the barkeeper we were talking with, they're like, hey, have you been to the basement? We're like, no.
You guys are gonna get hit standing there.
Hey.
Go to the basement.
Sorry, you're being
Let's go to the
recorded.
basement.
Hey, can we record you real quick?
Yep.
Are you ready?
We're gonna go to the basement right now. Thank you so much. Holy shit, there's a step.
Yeah, stop there.
Be careful. Whoa. So we're going to the basement of the
Watch your
Tonopah.
head as you come down the stairs. You can have the step.
Make sure you duck. Okay, watch those steps really carefully.
Yeah, we're good. Oh, wow.
You're in the limbo.
Yeah, that's what we're good at. Cow. So what's the story down here?
Yeah, what is this place?
Well, most of the buildings on Main Street have basements like this. As you can tell, we still have like really old stuff like this old ass furnace. We can't get out of here, obviously, because this was put in here and the building was built up around it, so this will forever be down here. This is the original dirt and rocks. I always like to joke with people like that.
That's awesome.
So we heard that there's tunnels from business to business. Is that true from the 80s?
Let's
Used to
continue
be.
down. Yeah, we'll continue down. At the end, I'll show you where we end up at, and I'll let you know why we had to close off our tunnels. So, a lot of this junk, some of this junk that's down here actually came with the building. It's not even my fault.
Really?
Yeah, some of the stuff. So this right here is the end of the bar, like right where you guys were standing on the sidewalk.
Right.
Right past this is the sidewalk. So about 2 years ago, this used to go into the tunnels. And so the main entrance to all the tunnels is the Mizpah Hotel. Mizpah Hotel, their basement was the main entrance for all of the tunnels.
I've heard the Mizpah has a lot of activity.
Yes.
My voice is going out bad.
The Mizpah has the most activity because that was the main entrance for all these tunnels. They were mining tunnels. So a lot of these basements all led into all like the tunnels that lead to the Mizpah Hotel. Our sidewalk was actually cracked and it was like kind of falling into those tunnels. When you would start walking into the tunnels, if you looked up, you could literally see people walking on the sidewalk.
Wow.
So they had to block it off, concrete it in so that there wasn't going to be a cave-in. So since then, we no longer connect. The last I heard that the Belvada and the Mizpah did connect, but somebody told me that they had blocked that off too. So just to be safe. If you guys go to the mining park up above the Mizpah Hotel, they should actually have a map of all of the old tunnels and like which buildings they would go under.
Yeah.
And some of the tunnels should even like run up and go underneath some of the houses back there.
Wow.
Yeah.
The personal houses, like literally just thousands of people.
Yeah, like back in the day, the tunnels used to go up and under some of those houses.
Do you guys get activity upstairs?
Or even here in the tunnels.
In our basement, we've had a lot of people do different ghost hunting, shows or just bring their equipment down here. They always catch something down here. As for in the actual bar itself, not as much activity. The most we get is, Donna used to get a lot more when she first worked here, but that's also when the tunnels were open. But the most we get is there's a lot of customers has seen a ghost come through the hallway, stop the pool table, and then walk back in the hallway and upstairs.
And up above is a brothel? It used to be a brothel.
Up above.
Not
used to
right
be a
now.
brothel. Yep, and we actually had
It's not a brothel now.
yeah, about 2 years ago we had a medium come and she did a whole tour through the entire building. So she said there was some activity still left upstairs as well.
Did she mention like a vortex going on outside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just curious.
I was like,
My patron told us.
I was like, I have no clue though. I was working and I didn't really care to do her tour. So.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, how long have you worked here for?
I've been here 3 years.
And do you feel like this place is haunted?
Yeah, I've had a couple of things happen that I was not a big fan of.
Could you tell us about it?
Yeah, so one of them was down here. I come into the bar at 3 before the bar opens, so it's locked. I'm the only person in here. Okay, I had to come downstairs and I was changing out the soda boxes. Well, while I was knelt down and I was unscrewing the box and going to change it out, some rocks started landing next to me.
What?
Yeah, some rocks just, some of these rocks just started landing next to me.
So someone was tossing rocks over
They were tossing rocks over to me.
What?
Luckily, it wasn't at me. I think they were just trying to get my attention. But when they did that, I just kind of looked around, and I'm the only person here because the bar is locked. I'm the only human around.
They see poltergeists are like playful in a way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of just left after that. The second time was actually last summer. We have these big coolers that we have to fill with water.
Right.
So that hallway we came through, I had the cooler back there and I was filling it up with water, and it was just me and my friend left, and he said bye and he walked out and he had locked me in. So I was once again alone. Well, as I was sitting there filling the cooler, I hear a noise. I look up and the light above the pool table just was swinging violently.
Wow.
That's
And
crazy.
at this time, there was nobody upstairs because they had just left and we were waiting for our cleaning crew to come in like the next couple of days and clean up upstairs. So nobody's upstairs and the pool table light just started swinging really hard like somebody just smacked it. And as I'm watching that happen, right there next to the pool table, there's all those wood pieces, right?
Yeah.
One of those flew off the wall. It didn't fall because if it would have fallen, it would have been like,
Right, it would have fallen like
yeah, it was like
force put
yeah,
behind
it wasn't sticky anymore and it fell down. No, that thing landed next to the pool table.
Interesting.
Jeez.
Yeah, and so when I saw that, I was like, nope, I'm done. I just pushed the cooler where it needed to go.
I'm done.
Locked up the light, locked up the doors, turned out all the lights, and I said, goodbye, guys. I'm out.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Do you believe in ghosts? Then?
I do.
Did you believe in ghosts prior to working here?
I did. I've known a lot of people personally that have had a lot of experiences.
That's cool.
What? There's a hand in there? Hey, Bo.
Yeah.
Fred, go in there, man.
This
Okay,
has
let
literally
me shut
been
you
here
in there.
since this has been a building.
He's going in. Shut him in.
Shut him in.
People always joke it might be the Narnia.
He sees the lion. He sees the lion.
It's gonna be like, the Sixth Sense. He's gonna end up with
Yeah,
scratches
he's
all
not
over him.
dead.
It's just me. That's amazing. This is way cool.
Super sturdy. This is gonna be here forever.
It's gonna be here forever.
It's
like you see this old town.
Whenever any ghost people come down, there's one that hangs out right here.
Right here specifically.
Oh yeah, he's an
You
asshole.
know why?
He's an ass.
Okay, hang
He's a
on.
fucking asshole.
Clarify that.
Well, there's this one ghost that, anytime anybody has come down here, there's always a one male ghost that will kind of block out all of the other ones.
Okay.
And, he's not nice at all. He's very rude. He always tells people, get out, turn out the lights, close the door. He does not like people.
There's any male asshole ghosts in here? Will you
Knock it off.
leave or something?
Well, thanks, you're gonna make him throw rocks at me or something again.
No, don't do that.
To me, don't do it.
Leave this poor woman alone,
too far.
please.
None of that. Everybody else seems to.
Do you know anything specific about this spot specifically?
I don't. I just know that.
Died here.
Yeah, I just know that whenever they come down here with their ghost hunting stuff, their little machines, they always catch something right here.
There's this chair.
Or right here with the audio and the visual. Yeah, maybe he likes that chair.
That is really cool.
Wait, how
Yeah, so tell us about anything supernatural that you witnessed here at this bar.
Okay, so the one night I was behind the bar, and the night before, actually, this night, my daughter-in-law was standing over by the beer cooler, the freezer, and pizza pans started flying out of her, out by the oven and hitting her in the butt. So the next night, I was standing at the well making drinks, and all the way around that corner where the pizza oven is, we had these glass plates. They were Corineware. And so say I'm here, and the dishes are all the way over here around the corner. They started flying out around the corner, one by one, at my feet. 6 of them, and 2 of them broke. And the whole bar was full, and then the whole bar just got silent. Everybody just got completely silent. Yeah.
People saw that.
Everybody saw it, and everybody said the jukebox even went off. Oh yeah, but I don't know about the jukebox part, but it got just completely silent, and everybody's just sitting there with their mouths open, and they're going, "What just happened? How did you do that?" I go, "I didn't do it." You know? Yeah, I don't think it was me. So then that very same night, the tables will scoot sometimes. And you'll hear this, like the round table. It's in there, I can show you, but you'll hear the screeching sound. It'll go.
They're thick tables.
Yeah, they're thick. They're heavy. They're very heavy. So yeah, so then that night, the screeching sound started. Everybody had left the bar. It was like 4 a.m. I had to go down to the basement to get supplies. So now I'm about halfway down in the basement. And here comes that screech. I have a bunch of stuff in my hand, like napkins and straws and stuff. Here comes that screeching sound from the back of the basement. And it's just coming right towards me. So I start just running back up this way. Yeah. I dropped everything. I just dropped everything. I start running this way. Managed to make it to the stairs. And I just ran, grabbed my purse and ran out the door. I didn't even do my bank or anything. I just ran. But that was the same night.
The other bartender told us that there's a spirit in the basement who's kind of an asshole.
Yeah. George. Oh, yeah.
Wants people to leave, I guess, supposedly.
Yeah.
So do you feel that energy?
Oh, yeah. I guess so. The other people that have been here before said he leans up against the wall and says, "Get out of my space."
Do you know the story? Have you heard that?
Yeah, I know some of it. I don't know all. My daughter-in-law knows way more than me, but
Okay.
there's supposedly 2 Georges. One was a black man that owned this bar originally, and he passed away. And he, I guess, was somewhat of a jerk when he was alive anyway.
Right.
I mean, that's just how I've heard, you know.
Yeah.
And then after he passed away, he continues to mess with people. And then there's a cowboy. So there's a cowboy. We'll see him walking around in the hallway out here every once in a while. Just he'll come fly right here on this walkway. Yeah, and he'll go run into the women's bathroom, the men's. One night I was coming out, and there's a lady that comes in. Her name is Heather. Yeah. And she was sitting at the very end of the bar by the front doors. And she's looking down. I thought she was playing the slot machine. And I look up, and there's a cowboy leaning up over her, like watching her. And then the cowboy looks like what you picture the Marlboro guy looks like, you know, nice looking cowboy. Yeah.
Handsome, not hard on the eyes.
No, not at all. So yeah, I'm walking. Yeah, so I start walking down there. The bar was slow at this time, and as I'm headed, like I got about halfway down the bar, and he's just gone. And I walk over to her, and she's reading a magazine, and it's about cowboys, one that she'd picked up here somewhere.
Yeah.
And I go, who is your cowboy friend? She goes, who? What are you talking about? I go, he was leaning. She goes, I felt somebody here. I knew somebody was here. And I go, yeah, he was leaning over you. I thought you were playing the machine. I think. She goes, no, I'm reading this cowboy magazine. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, yeah. For some reason, too, when my daughter-in-law, my son and his wife own the bar. And when her father comes from Hawaii, he stirs up the ghosts, I think because it was a brothel upstairs, and supposedly there's a brothel lady that has it passed.
And all the rings are upstairs, right?
Right now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, but she passed, and she lost a baby. She was abused by this man and fell in love with him, lost the baby. And then when my son and daughter got the bar, their youngest baby was about 6 months old. And she had him sitting up on the bar was closed, and she was waiting for a delivery guy, and he knocked on the door, but the baby was crying and fussy. And then when she went to open the door, he stopped crying, and they looked over, and the rocking thing was rocking, this little cart, and he was like laughing and gooing. So ever since that, it seems like, yeah, she's taken Tiffany in, that's my daughter-in-law, and like looks over her and the kids. Yeah. Yeah, so then I have a mirror story downstairs. Did she say anything about that?
No.
Yeah, so this is really crazy. Do you want me to tell it now?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you went in the basement, and you go down there, if you go to the very end, down this way.
With the metal sheet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they put a retainer wall up because the sidewalk was caving in.
You could see up
above. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after they put that retainer wall in, it's not as ghostly as it used to be. A couple of them, it seems like they're not around as much. They're still down there, but... So me and a tourist was a couple, and a lady that lived here. We all went downstairs. And we were recording and taking some pictures, you know.
Yeah.
So we get over to the mirror, and we're looking at it, because I hadn't been here that long at this time. And there was writing on the mirror. So we take pictures, but the tourist lady, they kept shutting her phone down. They didn't want her taking pictures or videos or anything. So we get down there, we're taking pictures. You could see that night was crazy. Like you could see them just so much. You could see them so much. They were swarming. So you could feel it. It was ice cold. We come up here and we're looking at the pictures and we're comparing them. So on the writing on the mirror, on the bottom right-hand side was a man's name. And on the two pictures of the girl that lived here and me, the name was different. One of them was like Richard and one was like Sam or something, like a big difference. Not like just, a couple of letters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the craziest night. I think even over that other stuff with the plates and that,
Right.
I think that was the craziest stuff. Yeah. But there's been a lot. Yeah. And then, so I left this part out. A few months later, some ghost hunters came, and they were down there. They had out there, huh?
Ghost hunters, Zach.
Yeah,
Higgins?
but they were, they were YouTubers.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're better.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't. Oh, Zach's been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all right.
I'm just gonna leave all that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so yeah, we were. Where was I going with that? Oh, so they came in. I opened the door, let them go down there. They brought all their equipment in, and they put it in. Did you see that walk-in cooler down there?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we did.
Okay.
I went in there and she shut me in.
Yeah. Okay. Great, because I heard somebody got locked in there. Yeah. Yeah. We don't know. I don't know the whole story if they died or what, but somebody got locked in there many years ago. Yeah, some crazy stuff. Yeah. So they put their equipment in there. Now, I didn't talk to them or anything before they went down, because I was busy. I was the only bartender. And they come back up, and I said, so, how'd it go? And he's like, well, do you know anything about a mirror? And I'm like, well, I told them the story. Now, in the meantime, my daughter-in-law gave that away to a lady that lives here in town. And so I told him the story about the man's name. And he's like, well, that's all we could pick up. They're just saying mirror, mirror. They want their mirror back. They were very upset. And he's like, is she okay? Because does she still have it? I go, yeah. And he goes, she needs to bring it back. That's not good. So I don't know. That's just what she said. Or they said. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
Is there any stories upstairs that you remember, like that being here?
No, I haven't had any experiences up there.
Okay.
And I haven't heard too many stories up there. I think it feels like it's more down here and in the basement.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I'm sure there has been some, but
awesome.
And the Vizpa, I'm sure you guys check that out.
Tomorrow morning, we are.
Well, when you go to the 5th floor, and when you get off the elevator.
To the top. Lady in red, right?
Lady in red, yeah. But when you get off the elevator, go around the corner, and there's a big arm wall there with a mirror on it. And everything happens around that. I don't know if it's something to do with. Do you want this back? I don't know if it has something to do with mirrors or what, but yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm listening. Every building here on Main Street was part of the mine. So
I heard they were all connected, right?
All the Chinese chefs used to come in here because they used to do the laundry and all the dishwashing and all that.
That's what the girl was telling us.
Okay. Down here, we have to shore that up because it's shut off the whole ring now on all these buildings.
You mean like the sidewalk was falling in or what?
Yeah.
You could see out from underneath, right?
Yeah. Well, they have drop shafts here.
Were you ever in those shafts? Like, did you ever go in there?
Oh, yeah.
How long were they? Like, how extensive?
All the way up and down Main.
So miles, maybe, or...
Well, back then it was probably 60 foot deep and all that, but everything, all the tunnels came back to all the buildings.
Yeah.
No. They made millions of dollars.
Right.
Millions back in the 1930s, 20s.
But,
I mean, phenomenal money.
I heard because one of the locals was telling me that they were trying to hide the fact of how much money they were digging out. And that's why they made the tunnels underground.
This is one of the biggest silver mines ever prospered back then.
Yeah.
And I mean, you look in books and everything else in the history on this, it was unbelievable. And the amount of gold, they weren't even worried about anything, after sold, because they were making so much.
Gold was just a benefit of what they were finding.
Yeah. But they didn't look for it because they couldn't process it. They weren't set up in the mill to process the gold.
Yeah.
So they were going out the silver.
Okay.
And the amount of copper here and everything else too. So they just left So that's the reason why all the big mines are back here, because the amount of gold that were left behind.
Yeah, because they weren't able to process us. Yeah, they're kind of like going back.
Yeah, because they would have to change all the plant and all that. I mean, all the bills and all that are to go in, because the whole thing about gold here is so minute, just like silver. It's a whole different process. We don't see it because it's in the quartz and everything else, and they're crushing everything down. So they'll filter it out with cyanide. But that's how they mine you. So, I know kind of like you guys, he's not going to say this out loud, but that's why, cyanide is the biggest thing used for them.
I didn't know that.
That makes something interesting here.
Yep. So the ghosts.
There are no ghosts here.
It's a tourist trap.
If there was, I'd see them.
Good.
And I would have felt them. They would have touched me.
Recording here.
All right, everyone, we're going to be doing a Ouija board session in the Clown Motel in the Fear Unlimited room. Let's see if there's any spirits here.
Everyone finger the planchette. So I think we're supposed to go around in circles 3 times.
I do Nate.
Alright.
We good? Are there any spirits here?
There's a little bit of movement.
I'm dragging it cleat.
I'm doing nothing, man. Is anybody here?
It's like gliding.
Someone push on the table.
We're told that this is the most haunted room. Is that true? Stop it.
I'm not doing nothing, man.
Barely even touching the planchette.
Is it going no? Is it?
It's just going straight. It's gonna go off the board. So we're done here.
I don't want to talk to you guys. Went to the letter G.
G. Okay. Does your name start with G?
Gee, I wonder.
No.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything, man.
What's that noise?
It's coffee.
Oh, it's a coffee
What's that
maker
noise?
farting.
The coffee maker. Nice.
It sounded like growling. I was like, what the
So
hell?
far I went to G and then F.
Girlfriend.
Go fuck yourself?
Could be girlfriend, but I don't know why I would say that.
Are you saying girlfriend?
Gluten free.
Gluten free? Do you want to talk to it? You want to move the planchette to spell things out or go to yes to no to communicate with us? Do you want to talk to us? It's not moving, folks.
It said get fucked and then left.
Basically. It's having none of our shit today.
Get. Alright, you want to move the spirit rods? Or do you want to keep trying?
Up to you guys.
Alright, we're gonna ask you one more question before we say goodbye to you, spirit. Are you buried in the cemetery that's right across the street?
Ouija boards have never worked for me.
These Ouija boards don't work. Alright,
I think whatever was here is left.
you've had your chance. We're gonna say goodbye. See you later, ghosts.
Alright, we will go ahead and try the spirit rods. Let me grab those.
Okay, so we are gonna be testing the ghost rods. So how this works, obviously, is we hold these out. We ask the ghost questions. If they cross like this, it's a yes. If they go out, it's a no. So we're gonna try it out. Okay, ghosts. As I just said, we've got the spirit rods here. I'm gonna ask you some questions. If it's a yes, I'm just gonna need you to cross the lines. If it's a no, I'm gonna ask that you pull them apart.
So first and foremost, are there any ghosts with us here? You're in for an exciting show, folks. Getting so much activity.
I was moving for a minute.
This right one's thinking about it. Is there anybody here?
I'd be perplexed if it went to no.
It's like no. Huh?
All right, we got activity. We got a yes here. Somebody is in the room with us. Let's try to figure out who it is.
It's a hell of a
Spirit,
yes.
go ahead and push the rods back out. Guess you'll have to do it, Britton.
No, it's going okay.
All right. Are you a male spirit?
I mean, I'll take inactivity as a no, I guess.
I'll give it a minute. Oh, there it goes. It's a big old male.
Big old male.
All right. Uncross it, spirits.
I'm gonna readjust, so I'll set them up.
Are you buried in the cemetery out back? Get a yes, man. So it's a male. So let's ask if they died in the plague.
Ask whatever you want.
Uncross those rods, spirit. All right, did you die from the plague that came through the town?
Like it's wanting to move, but did you by chance die by the fire that was in the town?
Got a yes.
Okay. So male spirit buried in the cemetery. Okay. Got your point. Died by the fire.
Uncross the rods.
Alright, I'll help you out. I'll uncross them. Okay. You want to ask it now?
Did you know the baby that choked on its pacifier? That one made me sad. That's all the questions I can think of. Do you have any?
Is this place truly haunted?
Got confirmation, boys and girls. Come to the Clown Motel to get your spook on. That was a hard yes. Can we just clarify that I slept in here so though? No issue.
We'll do a wrap up.
I'm kidding. I didn't sleep so though. Slept with my demon boys.
Your demon boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you between the ages of 20 and 30 when you died? Were you under the age of 20?
Were you older than 30? You gotta be some age.
Doesn't mean he wants to answer.
He left. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah, we may have lost him. Well, hang on.
Oh. Okay, so over 30.
Good to know. Alright, let's get some freaky questions in. You want a freaky question? Are there any demonic spirits that reside in this hotel? Is there any poltergeists? Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what the difference between a poltergeist and a demon is. You know, poltergeists tend to repeat activities over and over and over again. They tend to be playful. But, that was interesting. Let us know, viewers, if you know if there's a difference.
Okay. Has anyone ever died in this motel? I feel like it's wanting to, but
yeah, it's weird. Like this one goes in and then this one goes in. It's
Did anyone watch Cleet sleep alone in here last night? It wants to. It's okay, you can tell us.
Get your freak on.
Should we bust out the spirit box?
Yeah, let's move to the spirit box.
Alright, we're gonna go to the spirit box now. Alright, we're gonna go to the spirit box now. Are there any ghosts with us here?
Spirits are trust.
What did you do?
Yeah, I was hanging out with my demon friends last night. If there are any spirits with us, please say or give us a sign.
Is this your room? I don't know. Sounded a little bit like fuck you.
I thought it was like Seth Fussy.
Are you mad that people stay here?
our names. Is there anyone here that's buried in the cemetery?
About it.
Is there anything that you want to say to us? Last chance, is there anything at all that you want the people to know? I'm gonna do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you want to tell us? What's your name? What's your number?
Hello, everybody. We're here at the Mizpah Hotel, which is allegedly haunted. What they say is on the 5th floor, there's a lady in red who was a escort, prostitute, whatever you want to say, and she was murdered, and she still haunts the 5th floor. So we're going to go up there and explore it real quick, see if we can see any activity up there.
We were just up the street from the Motel where we stayed last night. Didn't experience anything crazy, but take a look at this place in Mizpah Hotel.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Gorgeous place. We're going to be going around, checking out the 5th floor.
Look at that vault.
Over there, you'll see a vault door.
They actually say this was the place, I think, that people were robbing the bank and the sheriff came out and where the shooting took place. So, interesting stuff.
So let's go and head up to the first.
Let's go.
WW booth room. Founder of the Tonopah Bonanza. It's too bad it's not the WWE room. Come down this way. I say, take a shot at some of the rooms. They're open. Might as well. United States and Mizpah investor. Are you still recording?
I do a behind the scenes shot. Boom.
You know, you filming?
Yep.
Nice. In the elevator. The Mizpah Hotel. This place just feels fine.
I'm almost shocked that they're so willing to just let people in here.
I know.
You're not paying, it's fine.
Come in. Let's keep a little take. They'll stay out of your way. It's a slow elevator.
But as always, a huge shout out to our 8 paid supporters of the show: Soylent Cleat, Modelo Time Cleat Feet, Curtis and Lara, Mothman, Conklin Family, Lara and Lou, Your support of the show is tremendously helpful. Thank you very much. And if you would like to become a paid supporter of the show yourself, simply click the link below. There are a few tiers to choose from. And if you want to do a one-time donation to the beer fund, there is also a link for that.
If you're listening to us on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe as it really helps us get us out there. And as always, thank you for entering the abyss.
Until next time.